So, I just got in the elevator, just got out of my hotel room. I basically didn't wake up quite in time to get there at rope drop, but that's okay for California Adventure. I was wiped out last night. Still didn't get quite enough sleep. I think I got maybe 5.5 hours or something. But, so, I'm still kind of waking up, in the process of waking up. We're going to go ahead and walk over. I had this leftover burrito from the other day. Just going to have it for breakfast on the way while we walk. And we'll still get there a few minutes after opening, so still fine. Well, I made it to the line for security. Pretty long line, but really not that long. I just went ahead and took the bus because as soon as I walked out the hotel, the bus was right there. People were getting on, so I was like, I guess this means I should take it. So I just made it in time. It saved me from walking because I walked so much yesterday. I logged over 27,000 steps yesterday in the parks. It really walked a lot. I didn't see how many miles that is, but it's several miles. Said over 2,500 calories burned. Now that was a big one. So I'll just be in here probably in the next few minutes. All right, we just made it through security. It's 8:21, so not too bad. I was just so wiped out. There was no way I was going to do rope drop, but I did pretty good time still, considering. And hopefully I can get a little more sleep tonight because the park closes at 8, or closes at, excuse me, it's open from 8, it's 8 to 10, so it closes at 10. And today is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. And welcome to day 2 of all the fun festivities that the parks can offer. And this time we're going into DCA, Disney California Adventure. So if you're welcome to join me and come along for the ride, and hope you all enjoy. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a like. And got Oogie Boogie. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the park, and we'll see what is going on. Oh, I thought I was recording there, but we did make it in. We're here at Carthay Circle, and it's gonna be a hot one today. My phone said 98 degrees at the highest peak. Last night it said 100. So we're by this mountain. I'm going to see what the ride times are. There's not really that many crowds at the moment, but I'm going to see about riding Guardians, and if the time is not too long, probably going to wait to use my Genie Plus, unlike yesterday where I started using it right away. Probably wait till right afternoon sometime. So yeah, we'll go from there. All right, I'm walking down. I guess this is supposed to be like Hollywood Boulevard, or I don't really know what I think so. It's like Hollywood theme, like a lot of Art Deco style. I love the style though, like the kind of like old 50s Art Deco, 50s, 60s Art Deco style. So I guess looking over through Hollywood Studios, looks like Mike and Sully Monsters Inc. ride is in refurbishment. It's closed. That's okay. I enjoy that ride, but it's not like it's a big deal if it's closed and we can't ride it today. That's just one less thing that we have to try and ride if we're going to ride everything. So yeah, I'm headed over to Guardians. It said it's a 35-minute wait, so really not that bad. And I'm going to do it probably once this morning, and then later on use the Genie Plus if Genie Plus is available. I haven't checked the list of available attractions. That's another thing I didn't really go in much detail, but yeah, Genie Plus is specific to certain attractions, so you can't. I'm really talking loud. You can't use it on quite a few attractions, but like the big ones, usually the biggest attractions that have the longest wait times typically, those ones are eligible. And then again, as a reminder, you can only use it one time per day per attraction. So once you use it for that attraction, then it's done. I love the music coming into Avengers Campus. And technically, Guardians is part of Avengers Campus, but it opened a few years before Avengers Campus actually opened. So just gonna get a photo here because this is really great. With the music there. Cannelier Tavon, the collector.
My friend, you're one step closer to your exciting encounter with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You're now standing in my private office.
I know.
Right,
Carefully scrutinize each and every piece that comes to me from different parts of the galaxy that I've let you disguise. Hearing you insist blathering on a constant loop was big motivation for me to escape. I go, ouch! Ow! That was not part of the plan. What? Of course I escaped. For those of you who have not been paying attention, the name's Rocket, one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. The smart one. Listen up. He's gonna put you on a gantry lift for your tour. I'm gonna sneak on top of your lift and take us all the way to the big old generator control room. I'm gonna blast that thing and destroy all the control systems, which will open up every cage in this freak show and free my friends. Our buddy Mantis is in the getaway ship waiting for my signal, and then we'll be on our merry way. But this plan won't work unless you help. I don't have clearance. My hands don't scan. Yours do. If you raise your hands, I get the clearance and the chaos begins. It's a foolproof plan. Oh, I'm gonna take this. Now move it.
Okay, we just came out of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. That was a blast. It really drops you though. It's different than like a drop tower, like an outdoor where fasten over your shoulders and they drop you. I feel like it's just way better. I mean, of course, you get all the theming, the awesome theme, and I love Marvel and the MCU. I wanted to show you this ad right here, this advert on this bench. It's just, I thought it was funny that, and I still only see the first 2 episodes, but I think the 3rd one, probably the 4th one's today, I believe. So, but I probably won't be able to catch up on them for another week or so. It's got so much going on. But yeah, let me just show you all this. That's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is go use the restroom. So I actually really got to go. And then we'll go from there. See what the wait times are. And choose from there. Choose your destiny. We're going to choose our destiny here shortly. So we're going to head over to Midway Mania. Toy Story Midway Mania, because the wait time is only 20 minutes. It's not that bad. You know, we can knock out some attractions. I love this land here, the Avengers Campus. Music is really loud though. Even the bathrooms, the tile in the bathrooms is like old, like cracked and like moldy, and the grout is like all like old too, and are made to look that way. And I just love the theming and the style, because this used to be an old Stark automotive like factory. It's what this web slingers here used to be. And so, and it was converted, of course. Yeah, the Worldwide Engineering Brigade, they converted it. Stark Motors, rather I said automotive, but yeah, Stark Motors. Yeah. I just love that, love the lore there. That they just converted that old building that was previously a factory, and then when you go inside you can see it too. And then even the restrooms show that, like with the old tile, like from some building from the 30s or 40s or 50s or something. However, probably 50s. So it looks like the older, like 40s, 30s or 40s, based on the style of it. Old brick style and kind of Art Deco, but it's, I guess Art Deco actually is more like 30s, 40s, 50s, kind of not as much 60s, but I don't really know so much about that, but somewhere in there. I guess if you really know the exact period of when it was really popular, let me know in the comments. So we're just passing out Cars Land here on the left. I gotta make my way to Pixar Pier, Midway Mania, see what kind of store we can get. Actually, I've only been on Midway Mania once before, which was the last time I was here. Before that, I had never been on it, so I forget what my score was. It was low though. It was bad. So we're gonna find out though how good I am, or whether I am really that bad, or I got the skills. So yeah, I appreciate you coming along for the journey. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you're getting something out of my content. Got the big wheel in the background, the Pixar pal around. Yeah, let's go knock out some stuff before it gets too hot. My phone is even telling me it's getting too hot, so I have to kind of keep the recording to a minimum here, but it's all right. We'll knock a lot of stuff out.
Keep shooting! Keep going! Keep going!
Well, I just got out of Toy Story Midway Mania, and I think I did all right for my second time playing. Not too shabby, I think. It was 85,900 points. Let me know if that's somewhat good. But yeah, it said the best in the hour was almost 300,000. So nowhere. And the best this month is from like 600 and something thousand. So yeah, I got a ways to go if I can get up there, up to that level. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. Yeah, I like how it's different types of, like, the darts, or like there's a ring toss. How there's different things that you're shooting and different types of targets too. And I was trying to aim for the high value ones, like the 5,000, 1,000, 5,000, 2,000. Trying to aim for those, but it's hard to hit them. And then you're also trying to like go real quick at it, keep shooting a lot of quick so you can hit a lot of targets still. But I think in some ways aim is more important than getting the most like per second shot. And I guess if you have extremely good aim and you can really really blow it away, like whoever got the 600 and something thousand points earlier this month. So I think I heard something on YouTube or online. Someone got like 3 million or something. I don't know. That seems really challenging to get something like that on. But it only goes up to 900. Like, it doesn't max out then, or does it still count it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm here in Incredicoaster. The standby is only 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. I've been having a lot of fun so far, and hope you all are having fun or enjoying whatever you're doing and wherever you're at. I hope it's worthwhile, and just stay positive and keep on holding on and powering through it, because that's what life's all about. So go ahead and knock out the Incredicoaster next. I just got off the Incredicoaster. That was really bought my ears with the last bend there. Just boom. So, but I'm okay. A little rough there at the last turn. Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. Oh, they're about to launch another one. There they go. That was me just a few minutes ago. Okay, what to do next? Whew. Already starting to sweat pretty good. It's quite warm. And then I realized, of course, again, it's the same thing happened on Autopia. I forgot to press the record button on my GoPro. I got it here still. I'm still wearing the same shirt, so don't tell anyone from yesterday. Same sweaty, Splash Mountain-y shirt. But that's okay. I just didn't want to wear out the fabric on other shirts. Almost ruined them, because it definitely, this snap mount magnetic thing, it definitely puts some stress on the fabrics. And it's not exactly elastic, so it didn't return to its original shape. Maybe if I wash it a couple times, it will. Don't know yet. Anyway, I don't want to risk it on other shirts, so that's why I'm wearing this thing. It didn't smell bad at all. It just actually smelled more like sunscreen lotion, because that's what I had put on. And I guess that stuff it does have a really strong smell. It smells good, though. It's not a bad smell. So I think I'm okay in the BO department. I think I'm all right. And I did shower last night, so I did do that. Clean undies and socks on, too. So maybe a little too much information there. Not really. Let's see. I am not sure where to go next. Well, I'm going to check the app for wait time, see where we're at. I don't want to use my lightning just yet. The lightning lane. Going to wait till after noon, early afternoon, probably to use it. so that we can really maximize it and get it all throughout the rest of the day. And there is World of Color happening tonight. Apparently 2 showings, one at 9 something and the other one about an hour later at 10, or like 9:10 and then 10:10. So from what I saw in the app, it says if you want to get like a reservation, I guess to get a better spot, just view it better, then you can, because you don't really need a reservation. Just if you want to get closer up or get a better viewing spot, then it's something that said to do, get in there right before noon to do it, to get a spot in. So I'm going to go ahead and try to remember that. So when it gets like 5 minutes to noon, I'll go in there and see if I can get one. If not, it's not a big deal because I'll just have to stand further back. It's fine. Just the opportunity to view it in the first place is really what's most important. What's the best thing is to be here and be able to view it and record it, even if it's not the best recording of it. There's plenty of recordings of it you can find, but I just like to do my own, have my own memory that I'm creating and sharing. And oof, walking here in the sun, it's already getting real hot out here, and it's not even, well, it's just after 10, it's 10:13, it's already getting real hot. Oh, I can't imagine, it's not too muggy or humid, but it's a little bit, and especially it's already quite hot. It's got to be close to 90 at this point already, if not over 90. So yesterday it didn't quite get so hot so quickly, so it's kind of a telling tale for what the rest of the day is going to look like. So we're going to try to find ways to stay cool, and most importantly, so we don't have to stay in the sun. But I did apply sunscreen liberally. I think I applied plenty of it. So at least to the areas that are going to be mostly exposed to the sun. I guess let's check out Cars Land. It's got some Halloween stuff going on. They have a car here with it's like a witch car, I guess. Oh, there's a hat on it. It's a cone hat, and then there's like shredded tires under that for the hair. It's pretty cool, actually. It's actually like a stuffed animal kind of car thing. Interesting, though. Pretty neat. Oh man. It's just roasting. Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. I've never actually been on Route 66. I'll have to do that someday and do a vlog of it. I know one thing I'm gonna have to find a drinking fountain. I drank just drinking before I got on a credit coaster. The rest that I had, so I have to refill here at the drinking fountain. Let's see if we can find one or a restroom and then find the drinking fountain next to it. It's a really cool land. I'm not really a huge Cars fan. I haven't seen any of the movies or shows or anything. So I really know very little about it. So I'm not the person for trivia, that's for sure. But I can't deny that the theme of it is really cool. That's why I really would go here, is because I just love the theme more than anything else. It's like old, like 50s era. That's what I like about California Adventure, is it's like more like 50s kind of era. Mid-50s, I don't know. But just the theming and the styling, architecture. I just need to find out where the restroom is. There's gotta be one. I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant in this land. There's gotta be one. Right? Anyway, I'm gonna see, maybe ride the cars, whatever, the Speedway, the Radiator Springs Racers. Maybe ride that if it's not like a huge wake. I need to get some water here. So I'll see you on the flip. As always, totally just missed the exit. Well, it's saying it's a 60-minute wait for Radiator Springs racers, but I'm just going to do it right now before it gets even hotter, because I'm not sure if I'll be going on it a second time today. But I think I've been on it 2 or 3 times in the past, but only once per visit, though. I've never gone on it more. And it just usually has the longest wait out of anything in California Adventure from what I've seen before and experienced. So let's knock it out before it gets to like a 90-minute wait like it very well could. So it's 60 right now. Let's do it. And we'll go from there. Well, apparently they have a single rider line, so that's even better. We'll go ahead and do that if we can. Okay, I'm in the queue, the single rider line. I don't remember them having a single rider before, but maybe it's fairly recent or newer. But that's nice to go on a lot faster. So maybe we will get to ride it multiple times today. Probably only ride it like twice, though. It's not my favorite for sure. It's cool though. I mean, I like it. You get the breeze when you go on it. The actual race commences. I like this fountain, the radiator. The radiator fountain.
Hit the road and enjoy nature's wonderland. Ornament Valley. Slow down! You're not racing yet. Just follow Mater into town to get ready. Mater!
Coming, Sheriff! Howdy! Here for the big race, huh? It's gonna be fun! Hey, you ever gone tractor tipping? Busy? Sneak up on them and home. Ready? Don't let Frank catch him. Ho!
Your old visitors on this planet.
Yippee.
Racing!
Radiator Springs.
You not only need to be fast,
You need to look fast. Ka-chow. Come on! Mobile bitch, you up, right? Looking good. Here's the ride. All right. Good luck, man.
Shiny paint don't win race. Oh, God.
Lord, it's the race of your life. Uno for the money, you might fuck the show. Tonight you guys are ready and the Quadro too. Go!
Incredible racing! Flash, you're all winners today. Yeah, I won! Hey, you go back, huh?
Now listen, you can stop. Remember, take all your personal belongings. And as long as you're in my town, stay out of trouble.
So that was a lot of fun. We actually won the race. I got the blue car. I kind of wanted the green one, but we beat the green, so I guess it worked out. This green's my favorite color. I think I might want to just go on it again, do the single rider again. They did have like a brief technical difficulties for like 5 minutes where they weren't running anything. But I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't break down. Because I've heard this one also has a history of constantly breaking down multiple times throughout the day. So hopefully today is a good day for the ride. I guess their cars, cars do break down and need a lot of maintenance. Maybe they need to electrify them. So I'm doing it a second time in a row. I want to see if there's any variations. I know there's got to be, and of course, the variation whether you win or lose. So they got this mist going. So that's good. Comfy Cavern, probably what it's called.
Slow down. You're not racing yet. Just follow Mater into town and you race. Mater!
Howdy, Sheriff. Howdy. Here for the big race, huh? It's gonna be fun. Hey, keep that tractor tipping. It's easy. Just sneak up on him and call him. Ready? Don't let that get you. Oh, no.
Incoming. Probably just a bad spark plug, hippie.
It's radiator spring.
Now I need to be fast.
You need to look fast. Give it chow.
Come on.
We'll beat you up, right? Looking good. Here, team. All right. Come on in, rookie.
Shiny Pete don't win a race. Get out of here.
Race of your life. Who the fuck you went for the show? Right together, right? Come on.
Oh, just got off of it a second time. Actually, I got the blue car again, and we won again. That's 2 for 2. So I think I'll go on it again, but not right now. A little later. Let's see what time do we have? 11:03. Trying to think where to go next. In less than an hour, I got to do the World of Color reservation, so we can be able to do that show and get a pretty good view. But if we don't get it, it's not a big deal. So I'm still going to do the World of Color just to experience it. It's really cool. I could not believe that I just found this flubber pen with the little glasses on. Like, I was not expecting to see anything relating to flubber. Like, this one Disney movie, one of my favorite Disney movies, and it might just be my favorite one with Robin Williams in it. There's a lot of good movies with Robin Williams, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one. There's a lot of good comedy in it, and just sort of like the feud between him and the other guy who was trying to get the girl. That was crazy. So, yeah, but I just think they need to release Flubber on Blu-ray. It's still one of the best Disney movies that is only on DVD. It doesn't have a Blu-ray release. Doesn't have an HD release of it, a physical version you can buy. Like, to me, that's just like preposterous. Come on now, Disney, put it out. I'll take my money. Because I just love Flubber. Again, one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And I couldn't believe I found this pin right here in this. Let me show you all where it was in case y'all, there was just one row of it. There's only like 5 of them there. So if you want this pin, I don't know if you can find it anywhere else, but so far it's the only place I've seen it. Then come to this shop right here, one that says Bodyguard on the front in Cars Land. Yeah, that's really cool. Happy Halloween! Oh, this is the last trash can in Radiator Springs before you get into Pacific Wharf. It's all by itself, though. It's gotta be so lonely. I just got me this Ghirardelli double chocolate sundae. So I love their chocolate. It's actually my favorite company. My favorite chocolate is Ghirardelli chocolate and the dark chocolate. I know some people don't like dark chocolate, but I really love dark chocolate, so I got the double chocolate, the dark chocolate square, and chocolate ice cream, and dark chocolate fudge whipped cream. I'm gonna go ahead and dig in and enjoy this. They're a little pricey, but if you do, the other thing that I asked about, if you do have a Disney Rewards Visa card, credit card, then you get 10% off anything in there pretty much. So 10% off your purchase, which is awesome. Oh, that was a very good Sunday. I was just talking with my friend, kind of giving him the updates and keeping him informed on what I'm taking part in, the festivities. That phone's getting too hot, so I can't really record for too long. But I'm headed over to Soarin' Over the World. I have a reservation. Gotta get there fairly soon because it goes off at 1:30 for the Lightning Lane. Gonna go over ahead and knock that out. Time right now is 1:06, and yeah, we're gonna keep on having some fun. I'm really enjoying my time. I really savored that Sunday though. I was taking my time with it because it's just so good, and plus with the price of it was, I paid $14.30 with a 10% discount with the Disney. So if you have a Disney Rewards Visa, Chase Visa card, make sure that you always ask, because not all restaurants and stores will do the discount, but there's a handful that will. So always ask the cashier about that. Ask to say, well, is there a discount if I use my Disney? And you can use it on your phone too. If you have it on Google or Apple Pay, you can do that as well, and they'll accept it. You just show them your phone with the card loaded up, and they'll put in the discount for you. So it's like almost $2 off on that. It's expensive Sundays, but it's $14.30 after tax, and then your tax is also a little bit less because you're taxed on the discounted price. So that's another thing that I don't know if people really mention that as much when they talk about discounts, but yeah, it's a little bit less tax. So we're coming back into Carthay Circle, and I'm pretty much going to stop the video because I can already feel the phone heating up, and it did give me the warning. So I'll see y'all on the flip. Come up here and you can fill it
You
up.
can't fill up your own personal water bottle here.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Oh, okay.
There is a water fountain right next door where you can.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, well, she confirmed it. You can't bring your own, so you gotta pay for it if you're gonna do there. Yeah. I thought I saw someone on YouTube said that you showed you could, but oh, that confirms it though. That's okay. Just use the drinking fountain. Would be nice to get a little colder water, but water is water, so that's good. Main thing is to just stay hydrated, whether it's very cold or slightly cold. Actually, I did hear too that you really don't want to drink super cold water. Okay, we just filled up the water at the drinking fountain, so you can't use the refreshment center. We have to pay for a drink to use that. That's okay. We got water just fine from the... Wasn't that cold, but it was still a little cool. We're going to go ahead and use our lightning lane here for Soarin' because I've got 10 minutes to use it. It expires 1:30, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Make sure we use that now. And I also just hit the restroom second time because once you really get moving, then your system gets moving. Might be a little too much information, but yeah, that's another. I guess it's just something that is kind of goes without saying, but this is a reminder that, but definitely, you know, when you gotta go and you gotta take care of business, and don't wait on it. You know, do it, and ideally do it before you go on any experiences or anything, attractions or anything, because not really great to be on rides and you're in that situation. So just as a reminder, it's maybe a little strong for me to go there, a little bizarre, but I don't think so, because you gotta, you know, I'm not going too far into it, you know, to stay family friendly here, but yeah, definitely, you know, when you gotta do that, and just listen to your body. And same thing when you get thirsty, listen to your body. And ideally, you don't want to go on attraction and you're really thirsty and you can't drink it. So drink it before you go on. Drink some, and then you can enjoy the experience and not be thinking, oh, I'm thirsty. Like, oh, be getting that urge, that thirst, and just like not having the best experience. So just a reminder so that you can all get the most enjoyment out of the experience here. So we're going to go ahead and get this done. All right, I'm just coming off of Soarin'. That was different than when I was here back in December. I went on it one time back then, and it's a different show, so I guess it cycles through some different ones. I actually enjoyed that. I probably have to say I enjoyed it more than the Soarin' over California, because the last one I saw, I think Soarin' over California was still better than that one from what I remember. I don't know, this is really good. Go over China, the Great Wall of China, Taj Mahal and stuff. Elephants, like African Sahara and stuff. And pyramids of Giza. So that's really cool. A lot of landmarks, the 7 wonders of the world. And it's like the Grand Canyon with like hot air balloons. So that was really cool. And you get the different scents and like a mistiness and Niagara Falls. So it's a really cool one. I'd like to go back on it again. Not right now, but a little bit later. So I did use my lightning lane, so that's done for the day. Now, I did ask the cast member in there if they still had single rider, because the last time I was here they did have it, and that's what I used. I used single rider, but she said no, not on this attraction anymore. So that's okay. That's why I'm just trying to get the information, and so that way if there's still like people are like, wait, does it, like if they were there, if you were all there before and it had it, and then now if you see this video, you know that it's no longer offered on that experience on Soarin' over the world. No longer has single rider. So it used to, not anymore. So I think it seems like they almost are like in some ways phasing single rider out in favor of Genie Plus of Lightning Lane because, of course, you have to pay $20 extra for it, which I remember in the past, I guess, Fast Pass. Oh, they got a little trolley here. Well, I've never been on the trolley. I almost want to take it. I guess you don't have to pay extra to go on. I've never been on these trolleys before. Let's find out. Oops, I'm almost interrupting a goofy meet and greet. I'll just safely maneuver around that. So that's why you got to pay attention. So it's just I got to multitask, and I'm doing the video and trying to make sure I watch where I'm going.
Disney train drawers. Got turtle top with crush. You can talk to a 150-year-old sea turtle. Ask him anything you want to know about the sea. And the R, the Q.
Looks like he's changing the line over to go back the other direction. That's really cool. Just got off this red trolley car. Love these old types of transportation. These old forms of transportation, really cool. Glad they have this experience. Simple, but very effective. So here we are, back again at the Avengers campus. And Tannelier Tavon's collection just dropped from the sky right in front of us. Must have just happened, because this wasn't here before, was it? Also, I don't remember this PIM Test Kitchen Field Research Center. Was this there before, too? I guess it was. Just a little overflow section. Back in Avengers campus, I think we're just going to hang out here for a bit. And I do have a reservation at 4:50, a little early for dinner. At 4:50 at the Wine Country Trattoria. So we'll head over there when we get close to that time, right in front of the PIM Test Kitchen. Looks like we're going to have some sort of performance or something over there. And then I also saw in the app it said something right in front of the collection of Guardians of the Galaxy. So we'll stick around and see what it is.
All together now with me. Ni charu mine za chi nasra lauda susu Wakanda forever.
Just had a Wakanda performance there. That was really cool. Like the whole, it's like a language. You're like practicing the chants and stuff. So that's cool. Yeah, I just love all things Marvel and MCU. Just the lore of it, the culture there. It's really rich, and there's so much they can do with it. So many places they can go with it. And so, really just a huge fan. And even though some people say the land is kind of like not filled out yet, they do have like performances and stuff. And you know, if you just stick around and love the music too, the famous soundtracks. Alan Silvestri, which did the Avengers theme, which you're hearing right now, actually, just as I said his name. And he's the composer, the famous movie composer, and just love it. I love movie soundtracks. Some really great stuff there. Just so iconic. So at least we got a little shade with this umbrella right behind me, because it is quite hot. Doesn't feel nearly as hot as I remember it was yesterday, so maybe it's just not quite as humid. I got a little breeze going too, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hang around here for a bit, because yeah, honestly, in truth, out of the entire park, California Adventure, this is my favorite land, despite what people say about it, and that, oh, well, Disney didn't try hard enough with it. I kind of beg to differ. If you just look, I mean, it is kind of like a wide, like there's a lot of space, I guess, just walking space, even though the land itself is not that big. But I think that's fine. Like, you got to have walking space, especially when you get crowds and then for the performances. So all of that open space. Nothing wrong with that. And they actually did something with it. They put the Avengers, the big A in the middle over here. You know, so it's not like they didn't fill it with anything interesting. So it's really cool. Yeah, right over here, the big A. And then the Jeep, the rugged Jeep that they had, I think did they use that in the first Avengers, I want to say. I forget exactly what movie. They used it in the movie, though, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen the original Avengers for a while. I haven't seen any of them for a while. Even Endgame, I think I saw probably 2 years ago. So, yeah, I'll just love it, though. I'm going to have to do another marathon, do a movie marathon, start from Iron Man, and kind of like film the progress as I go along, and kind of get a track record and get a log of it going. So I'll do a vlog of that and film my progress doing a full marathon of all, I forget how many movies it is now, but there was like 33 or 33, 34 of the original Infinity Saga, and then, so I guess we're in like the low 40s now, something like that. I'd have to do a tally and count on it, but yeah, and of course, got Guardians right there. Yeah, so supposedly how the story goes, or at least the rumor is, that this tower was dropped here, because this is Avengers Campus, and the tower wasn't just here already, but there was some sort of interdimensional portal, or I guess not dimensional, but intergalactic portal that opened up, and somehow the tower just dropped. Or maybe Chandler Tavani was like, I want to go to Earth, go to the Terran land, and Terran planet, and just kind of station out here, set down here, bunker down here for a bit, and then I can have people tour my facility, and you know, I don't know, but it's all a cool part of the story, and I just love it. So we're gonna see what other performances are gonna pop up. I do want to catch a Spider-Man one. I'm gonna see when that's gonna happen. Back at Web Slingers right behind me, and yeah, we'll go from there. I just saw T'Challa. Almost couldn't think of his name there, but yeah, T'Challa, Black Panther. Yeah, that was really cool. I asked him, like, could I travel to the country and like as a tourist, and he was like, yeah, you just need to get the right paperwork though. So I have to get going on that, because I really want to tour, see the sights of Wakanda. That would be really cool. So hopefully at some point in the future, not too far in the near future, that I can go experience that. I'd love to travel there. It's such a unique country, and especially since I love technology, and they got a lot. They're extremely highly technologically advanced, and force fields and all that. So and magnetic, like electromagnetic trains and trams and transport vessels, and I love all that stuff. It's so cool. So yeah, hopefully I can get to check all that out at some point. So we're just waiting here. This app says there's going to be a performance right in front of Guardians, so gotta wait for that. Yeah, but this is why I love. That's why I love this part of the park. It's just part of California.
Photobomb.
Oh, that was Starlo. That was awesome.
So am I. But that's an everyday thing. There's nobody here. Your laugh was way too high pitched. Only dogs can hear that. So we got this. All right, I anticipated this. I just need to override this with some sonic destruction. Hey, birthday boy, you know any cheat codes? No? All right, I'm just gonna type in your name. Jeffrey. I knew how to spell it. I didn't need your help at all. Oh, yes! There you are! Woo! Oh, this boombox reminds me of Gamora. She's got a lot of attitude. She's got classy curves. She's not so mean to me. Boom! Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Yes! It's party time! Look at you, Green Machine! Yeah. Oh, I like it when I bring it back! Here. Okay, that kills the party. Guess I didn't notice all the sensors I passed. Especially the ones pointed directly at me right now.
Oh no.
Those look like thermoplastic sensors everywhere. Guess the collector could track me anywhere on this planet. Probably flag me as a rare specimen. Can I get an ow? Ow! That's what I'm talking about. Nice job, kid. Advanced creatures of Terra! Allow me to introduce myself. I am Star-Lord. At least one kid knew my name. I said I'm Star-Lord! Now here's what's up. I need to get back to my ship, alright? But I'm being tracked by thermoplasmic sensors. Now I can tell you all that thermo means heat, and sensors are things you sense with. They're tracking us by body heat and movement, alright? So if I generate enough heat, I should scramble the sensors and then I can easily sneak away. Y'all, I got it. A plan, but I need your help. For the sake of the galaxy, I need all of you to dance. Let's pump the jams! Woo! All right, y'all, show of hands. Who's ever participated in an intergalactic dance-off before? Let's see them. One person, that's cool. All right, we're gonna split this right down the middle. And all of this side is gonna be Team Star-Lord. Make some noise. Team Star-Lord, here's what's up. I'm gonna point to you, and you're gonna show me a crazy dance move, just like my friend right over here. This could never die, did it? I like that. But we're gonna send it over here to our Team Gamora. Show me an even crazier dance move, just like my friend right over here. It's an exaggerated sprinkler, I like that. Y'all, it's that simple. I point, you dance. We're gonna take these sensors down. We gotta keep the energy way up high. You ready? Let's do this. Terrans. Tiny Terrans. You ready to put the rhythm back in algorithm? Oh yeah. Get ready for the Guardians of the Galaxy. Awesome dance on! Send it back to Team Gamora. Robot time. Let's put this in the air. On me. Lock it. Nice. I love it. Y'all, it's working. Really, it's working. Keep it up. We're missing something. Something handsome. Someone epic. That's me. We did! Now that was an awesome dance-off, and you were all awesome dance-offers. Mission accomplished, y'all, but it was mainly my doing. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play one more for you. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that you all totally rock! Ooga shaka, ooga. Get out of here. Guardians! Ouch!
That was awesome. He totally just video bombed me, photo bombed me, video bombed me. Coming out, oh, I love that. That was a dance off right there. That was so cool. I almost want to see another version of that. Awesome. I would like to see like some of the other Guardians too. Got the one himself. He's the number one, Star-Lord. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Woo. Yeah, we actually have a little bit of cloud cover and maybe some smog or a little tiny glaze, a little haze, but actually a little bit of clouds, so it's keeping it cooler and keeping so much sun from just burning you up, so it's actually not so bad. Better than yesterday for sure, possibly by far. Still quite sweaty, but yeah, I can actually be out in the sun a little longer and not feel so terrible. It's not that I was really feeling terrible, it's just very hot. Yeah, oh, I love this land. So we're going to go see here shortly. I just found out too, before we had that Star-Lord performance, that there's going to be a different theme, like a Monsters Unleashed theme, so involving Groot now, Rocket and Groot apparently, and more monsters than we typically have. So apparently this just has one version, whereas the regular Guardians has like 6 or something different versions, a few variations, whereas this is just one, she said. So if you go on it a second time, it's not going to differ at all, the exact same experience. But that's fine. Anything that's different and new, I'll go for it. Yeah, I love it. I'm really curious to see just how different it is, what exactly it entails. So we'll find out. I got some sweat on my forehead. I think maybe the sunscreen's still holding up. Maybe not as much on my forehead because he's wiping it. It's so sweaty. More sweaty than otherwise. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a line, so we're going to go ahead and get in line so we can get on this fairly soon. I know she said that there wasn't really going to be a line until close to it, but we're getting fairly close. Set at 3 o'clock, so still 22 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and get in line, so it goes back a little bit. That's okay, it's still not that long. It's going to go by very quickly once we get in.
111,820. The animal you just heard can be observed on a galactic creature's level.
Some growling sounds and shuffling through jungle. Something. Hunting sounds. They did just say before that, before I started recording, we're in a standstill line. There's a delay. It's supposed to be at 3, but I guess it's going to go after, so we'll see. That's fine with me. People started to sit down, so I just started to sit down with them. It's really a sit-still line, not a standstill. Like half of the people are sitting down.
Don't worry about that. Listen up. You guys can be a big help while I look for my pal. A gantry lift full of warm parents makes a really great distraction. I just need you to wave your arms, scream, whatever it takes, and then all these things will, never mind. It doesn't matter. That was rhetorical. Now let's move. Meet me at the gantry lift.
Keep your hands, arms, feet and legs inside the gantry lift at all times. And please watch your Terran children. Thank you.
Alrighty, friends, all those seatbelts are going to be left to right and left to right only. All bags on the floor between our feet. Please keep an eye out for creature tails. Hang on to all our loose items. That means hats, bags, glasses, loved ones, hopes, dreams, anything we left behind that we don't want to leave in this building. With that being said, we do have some creatures on the loose, so here are some special instructions for that situation. Number 1, don't listen to a single thing Rocket says. Number 2, please keep an eye out for my last gantry lift. They never return. Number 3, this is going to be the most important one if we want to make a safe return. Under any circumstance, please make sure you absolutely do not. Hi.
This gantry's still broken, so it's gonna be a rough ride. Remember, if you see a scary creature, scream real loud and look delicious.
We do hope you've enjoyed our tour. Please gather your costumes.
That could have gone better. What? Hold very, very still.
Don't forget any belongings.
That was too fun. Oh. Just coming out of that now. That monster is. Oh, that was fun. Oh, I had a little some scares. Dun 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 dun. Oh, they got this.
Tracking us by body heat and movement, all right? So if we generate enough heat, that should scramble the sensors, and then I can easily sneak away. Yo, I got a plan. You're gonna love it, but I need your help. For the sake of the galaxy, I need all of you to dance. Let's do this thing. Woo! All right, y'all. I'm gonna point to you, and you're gonna show me a crazy dance move, just like my friend right over here. Like a responsible adult. Watering that lawn, I like that. If we're gonna take these sensors down, we gotta keep the energy way up high. Terrence! Tiny Terrence! We did it! Now that was an awesome dance-off, and you were all awesome dance-offers. Even you, show stealer. Mission accomplished, but it was mostly my doing. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play one more for you. I think it's safe to say that you all totally rock. Woo, 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 bingo.
Just came out and he was doing the dance, so just getting into it. Yeah, you turn me on. What kind of feeling? Oh, great. I love it. I'm like the only one who's still keep it going after Star-Lord leaves. I don't even care. I'm just enjoying myself, having a real good time. So I hope you all are having a real good time yourselves watching this, and wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, hope you're all enjoying it. So well, keep on going. That was cool. Just saw 3 characters. I saw Shang-Chi again and Captain America. They're both up together on the deck of the main Avengers building here with the Quinjet on top. And then I saw Loki walk by. I don't know if he noticed me. He's really paying attention. He's busy. He's got to go cause some mischief. He's got a mischief after all. So yeah, he's really like just laser focused. He's got to go take care of that. He's got to continue to be mischievous. Yeah, well, I was saying, Loki, if you're listening, keep on causing that mischief. Good old mischief. You know we love it. Oh, I totally forgot they have a single rider line. I did see that, and I was doing a little bit of research before, while I was planning my trip here. So yeah, I'm gonna go on the single rider for the Worldwide Engineering Brigade for the Web Slingers attraction here. So the single rider line. So we'll see how long this takes. Probably won't be too long. This is just so cool. I just love this land. And despite what people say about it, despite maybe some of it not being the most built out, it's really freaking cool if you're a Marvel fan. And I know you probably are, or if you're not, then there's always room for more fans. Join the fan base. You know you want to. So with that said, please join my fan base. You know, not that I really have one, but if you want to become a subscriber, it's free. And you can just do so very easily with the click or the touch of the subscribe button, the red subscribe button, whatever device you're on. Just go right there, right below the video, and then tap on or click on the notification bell next to it, and you'll be all set to receive any new videos that I have coming your way. So please stay tuned. If you enjoy this, it's totally up to you, and I'm totally fine with either way. I love you either way. Maybe a little weird that some people would say that I love you, but I do love y'all. And either way, whatever it's all up to you. But I'm just happy that you're watching. And yeah, stay tuned. There's a lot more exciting content on the way. And if you do really enjoy it, please subscribe. Also, show me a like. Give me that thumbs up, that like button there. Only takes a second. Just press the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And either way, you're here, you're watching, and I hope everything's going well wherever you are and in your life. And yeah, just stay positive and keep being optimistic. There's no need for pessimism, no need to be cynical, because it doesn't really help anything. It doesn't really help make your life the best that it can be. And so it's a lot of it is about your attitude, and sometimes you can struggle through things and it can be difficult, but just do your best to push through. Don't give up, stay positive. Sure.
Oh, Peter Parker! Hey, what's up? I'm Peter Parker, and here at Web we get access to some pretty awesome tech, like vibranium from Wakanda, or this crazy alien juice stuff. We have Peter Parker and Star Tech. Sharon, start the Slinger vehicles.
Already on it.
Everyone head to the Slingers and we'll team up to stop the spider boss before they destroy the campus.
Oh, to answer your question, this is my 6th time at the park. Yeah, and glasses. Yeah, thank you.
Do you have any tips?
Not that I can really think of. Like, there was one like that I realized yesterday was Splash Mountain. Just be careful if you have hats. So don't take it off, or hold it, or hold on to it.
If we intentionally hit those green bots, maybe we'll trigger a chain reaction.
I think you're right. That shit started.
Probably just a bad spark plug, Dippy.
Radiator Springs.
Champion needs speed.
And style.
Luigi, give our friend your best.
For you, my friend, only the best. Oh, yes. Oh, what your tires. Now you look like a real race car. Going up to the starting line.
It takes more than new tires to win a race. I'm your new crew chief.
So you would continue hard, getting into the groove. So pay attention. Yes. Now you will have the chance to make this the most glorious race of your life. Full of reality, you will have the show to make the other man and go on. You won. Congratulations.
Well, I just got off Radiator Springs Racers for a 3rd time. I met when I was in Avengers Campus, and I decided to go to the single rider for Web Slingers, and I met these 2 wonderful young women, Stephanie and Danielle, I believe is their names. I hope I'm pronouncing that okay. If not, but I think it's okay for me to say their names and first names. And so I rode with them on Web Slingers, and that was fun. A lot of fun there. I got like 189, 190 something thousand, close to 200. So I did pretty good, not bad, I guess. I think altogether for those four of us, it was like close to 700,000. So I guess pretty good. And then they decided to go to Radiator Springs Racers. So they're like, "Oh, do you want to come?" So I was like, "Sure, yeah." I'm down." So I went with them. We went on the single rider there, and we split up, but they were on the other car. So I still won. Like again, I'm like, how I keep winning? Like the third time in a row that I've been on it. Well, I wasn't on it 3 times in a row, but the third time that I've been on it between the times, and we got first. I love the color of the car I was on. It was a purple, like a violet, like purple car. It was really beautiful color. I like it better than the blue that I was on the first 2 times. So, yeah, but they said they're going to do some shopping and then probably head off to Soarin' in a bit. And so, just swipe away notification. Excuse my fingers if they get in the way sometimes. It's me like checking the time or swiping notifications away. So we're going to head over to my reservation. It's 4:45, so I got 5 minutes, and it should be right over. Yeah, it's right here actually. Wine Country Trattoria is where we're headed. I've never been here. This is my first time that I've been to the parks where I'm really doing the sit down. I think I mentioned this yesterday, doing the sit down reservations. So we're here, and we're gonna see where to check in and have some real good food, hopefully. So we're all checked into the Wine Country Trattoria, and she was very nice. Everyone's been very nice, the cast members, except for the ones on the Haunted Mansion. They're quite mean, but yeah, that's probably for the best because it's the Haunted Mansion, and they have to like have the stance down because otherwise those ghouls will just take over the whole place, and they can't have that, right? So they got to be very stern, and so yeah. So, otherwise, really enjoying the whole time here, and someone's calling out for someone. So she said about 15 minutes, and I should get a text. Table should be ready, and she showed me the gluten-free menu, which I don't think the app. That's okay. I don't think the app showed that. So I just took a picture, and I guess I can share it with y'all. And so there's not much I can do in 15 minutes. So I'm just like kind of stay around the area here at Pacific Wharf. Maybe just take some more pictures and stuff. I love to take pictures and of course the vlogging and everything. And I hope you all are enjoying again and having a good time wherever you are. And yeah, just stay safe out there and stay hydrated. Like reminds me I should drink some water, but I can get water where I'm gonna be eating. And yeah, it's still pretty hot out, but it's not too bad with the clouds. There's some cloud cover. You can see it's kind of like thinning out a little bit, but the sun's also starting to set, so it feels a little better than yesterday. I'm still sweating about almost the same, but yeah, definitely a little better. Not quite so humid and muggy. Still humid, but not so bad. You all have to try this dessert here at the Wine Country Trattoria. Man, this is so good. It's like chocolate with like other cream. It's almost like a little bit of coffee, like mocha in there. And so the rolled chocolate wafers and this chocolate sauce. Oh my goodness, this is so good. So I forget what the name of it is already, but man, gotta try this. All right, we just got finished with everything at Wine Country Trattoria. That was a really good meal. It doesn't exactly come cheap, but it's basically all course. You get the salad or choice of super salad for $59, and the entree, choice of entree, and then dessert, and then like something to drink, soda, a non-alcoholic beverage to drink, tea, either iced tea or hot tea. And then you also get this preferred viewing for World of Color that I got right here. So it's really cool. So I guess not too bad for the price. But it was delicious though. Performance up here. It was just super delicious. I had a salmon something that it was called, but it had roasted some performance in 15 minutes. Yeah, it's starting to cool off though. The sun's setting. It's really not bad at all right now. There's a lot of shade now, so yeah, today was definitely better when it comes to the weather and temperature out and humidity levels. It was all quite a bit better than yesterday. It's not way better, but just better overall, better all around. So I was really pleased about that. It makes a world of difference. World of difference. I am for the world of color. I guess it fits today's world of color, so it makes a world of difference. So we're just coming up, walking down the stretch here of Pixar Pier. Or I guess what they call this area Paradise Gardens Park. Sort of an underappreciated area in my mind. Not too many people talk about, even on YouTube and stuff, I don't hear too much about Paradise Gardens Park. Not a whole lot going on with it. Walking right past where they have the Little Mermaid. And they got, what's his name with the staff? Triton or Poseidon. They have the Poseidon with the staff up there. So I think they said there's a thing starting in 15 minutes. Would like to ride Credicoaster again. Probably go on the wheel once. Maybe the swings. Not really too much into the flyers. And I've been on it before a few times, but don't have to go on it today. But yeah, we haven't really done anything over in this section of the park. But I just almost want to honestly go back to Avengers Campus because I just love that so much. It's like the main focus of my day here. So that's okay though. That's really cool. You can see they have like projector systems. Like they have these little structures sticking up from the water in front of the wheel. In front of the Pixar Pal Around, and there's 6 of them. Is that fairly new? Because I don't remember. Because the last time I was here, they were doing some work, so the whole thing was drained. There was no water in the pier here, so I don't know if they're doing, or if they actually added these things, or if they had been there for a while. I don't remember. Yeah, these structures, these little triangular shaped structures with some bulbs on top. It's like there's lights on top. Maybe there's like solar panels that they're being powered by. And then like some kind of system below that, but they're open though. Or there's like a panel that's open on it. And then there's 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 of these posts with like lights and speakers. This must be for World of Color, but I don't know if it's also used for other stuff. And then you can actually see the little fountains that the water's lower than the fountain spout things. And there's another one right past the, whatever this is called, the flyers. I forget, something flyers. Anyway. And there's another, but it's like has like bulbs on top, like glass bulbs, and on the top and bottom of it, another pole sticking up. Here, I'll show you all. Beautiful, huh? And the sun setting there, right behind the flyers. Yeah, it's just such a great day today, a beautiful day, even though it was still quite hot. Just a really beautiful day, and I'm just really happy. Almost better than yesterday. I mean, you can't really top either day. Like they're both just super incredible. And then we rode on the Incredicoaster. So, of course, if you ride on that even once, then that means your whole day is incredible. So just keep that in mind. If you ride on the Incredicoaster, then your whole day is going to be incredible. So just make sure you ride on it, and then that will happen. All your dreams will come true. I don't know. And at least let's just believe that, because this is the happiest place on earth. And even though it's California Adventure, not the main classic park, it's still the happiest place on earth. It's still all inclusive. It's the Disneyland Resort. It's still under that. It's still part of it. So it's still the happiest place on earth. And I guess in this area, it's the most incredible place on earth. I mean, isn't it? It's like the only place you can really go to have an incredible coaster ride and really overall an incredible experience. Not really. I don't know. I certainly am having one, so it speaks for itself. Yeah, I'm just admiring, kind of like taking in there's a little breeze going. There's a little more of a breeze today. And then, oh, there's a tree kind of like branches, leaves, but the side and up there, which saw some other videos and stuff that was actually in the Disneyland main park at the Storybook Land. I guess it was right by the tunnel with the whale. It used to be over there. It was a fountain and water was coming out of it. And then they just repurposed it and they changed that, redesigned that area and then repurposed it. It was at the top of the Little Mermaid building here. So, hey, I mean, I don't really blame them for reusing stuff. If they can repurpose it in another land, another area, and still use some of the same props and stuff that they had used for a long time and find a way to incorporate it and it looks good and it fits the style or the theming of the area, then I'm all for it. I don't believe in wasting things and just like throwing away a bunch of old props just because they're no longer needed. I guess people buy them though. Like people buy like old signs and stuff from Disneyland years ago, decades ago. Stuff from decades ago that's no longer in use, it hasn't been in use for a long time, and then they like auction it off. Maybe we'll see some stuff like that at D23. That'd be really cool. Can't expect anything cheap though out of that. You know, a lot of big stuff though. I wouldn't have the room to get any like big stuff, like big giant figurines or stuff like that. Yeah, I would not have the room for that kind of stuff. So yeah, we haven't really taken much look inside like the shops either. So I might do that for a bit, but yeah, I'm just taking it in. I barely use my Genie Plus, by the way, but I'm not mad about it. I used it for Soarin', and that's it. So, well, I'm gonna kind of go ahead and take a look at that, see if we can knock out a couple of other ones. I'm not too set on like trying to do all of them, especially because we're towards the end of the day. There's still some time left. It's 6:23, so there's like a little over 3.5 hours left, and before closing at 10. I kind of wish they stayed open until 11 at least, like Disneyland, you know? That would be really cool because in some ways this park, and I mean, I'm not going to say it's a better park because it's let's just be honest, it's not. But I mean, the Avengers Land for me just really takes the cake. I mean, it really puts it up against Disneyland for me because I'm such a huge Avengers and Marvel fan that really takes it. I'm a Pixar fan too, not as much. But for me, like I had mentioned much earlier in the day about the Pizza Planet truck, that's what I just love the culture and the lore, the Easter eggs about that, and the alien, whatever they're called. I always forget what they're called. But like little aliens in the claw machine. Yeah, such a classic scene though. I mean, if any movie really holds high up on the list for all of Pixar, it's Toy Story, the original Toy Story, and then you just have Sid. That scene is just so nostalgic for me. The scene with Sid, and I remember being kind of scared of it when I was watching this. I was like 8 or 9 years old when I saw that movie, and I was like scared. I was like, huh? Like a horror movie. Like it's a little too much for like little kids, you know. I wasn't exactly like super little then. I was 8 or 9. I don't remember exactly. Maybe I might have been younger than that, though, a couple of years younger, but 7 or something. Anyway. But yeah, I just love that movie, and if anything really is at the top of the list as far as my favorite Pixar movie, it's like the OG, and it goes back to the first earlier days of Pixar. I think, or Pixar, I think they've been around since like 1989, so it's not the early days, but it's like the first real big movie that really set things in motion, and Disney, I guess, bought them like right after or right before that happened, or I don't remember. I've seen like different things on the trivia and stuff. I don't remember all that. So yeah, but Just a beautiful, beautiful day, and the sun just went over the top of, what's that? Or what is that? The Paradise Pier Hotel. I remember now. Yeah, Paradise, or like, but I guess it's the Pixar Pier Hotel, or I don't know. I remember I stayed there. It was my second time to the park, and that was way back in 2005. I went with a friend who I'd been friends with since kindergarten, and really had a great time with them. We went together and we stayed in a room. I forget what floor we were on, but it was in that hotel, the one right behind the Flyers. I can't see it too well, but yeah, you could see the park and of course the coaster and everything. You could pretty much get a full view of this side of DCA. So it's really cool that it's so close. I kind of want to stay there again just for the nostalgia since I had been, but it was so long ago. I think I was 12 years old. Yeah, I was about 12 years old then, and the first time I went with my cousin, my auntie, and yeah, two cousins and my auntie, and we went. I think it was 2001 or two. I want to say, I don't remember exactly. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and we went there. That was my first time ever for the parks, and we did go to both parks. I remember. I forget how many days we did. It was like 3 or 4, and I think we stayed at the Hilton Hilton Garden Inn. It's just like a few blocks away farther than where I'm staying now, which is Candlewood Suites. Which I had to be honest, like I stayed there once before, like about 3 years ago. That's not the last time I was here, but the time before that. Last time I stayed at Motel 6, which is right in front of the Candlewood Suites. So, but I mean, it's nice that it has a kitchenette and you get the microwave, fridge, like almost a full size. It's like a miniature kitchen, but it's like you got the burners and everything. I don't really do too much cooking, but it's nice to have that. Just if I do, or if I have leftovers or something, I'll heat it up, or heat it on a skillet or something. You know, they have all the stuff there, plates and everything too for you. And so that's really nice, and it's like there's something that kind of irks me about it because in the hallways, like sometimes you smell food, which I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with like the scent of like food coming through, which can kind of like seep through the hotel room a bit. But then sometimes there's like smoke. So like the night before last night, I went out to eat downtown Disney, and I came back to the hotel, and I smelled like really strong smoke. Like as soon as I entered the hallway from the elevator, it's like I started choking up because it was like strong, like someone smoking a cigarette or vaping or something, because it was a really strong, like just got right in my throat, and I was really coughing up. And even I got in the room, and it was seeping through the room like quite a bit. So I guess I could have complained about that because there's not supposed to be any smoking, which I'm assuming also vaping counts towards that too. There's no smoking or vaping of any kind in the room allowed, but people just don't listen. They don't care, and it kind of hurts it for other people who have like allergic reactions, or like especially, I don't have asthma, but especially, or like bronchitis, even worse. Like especially if you have some kind of like respiratory illness or like condition, then that could really be debilitating. Like that could really affect you in a really bad way. So I'm thankfully I don't have that kind of thing, but I still have like kind of like a little bit of like allergic or like a reaction response to it, where I gets in my throat and my throat gets scratchy and I start coughing. But anyway, that's kind of like negative stuff. But I mean, I don't think it's worth complaining about. It's just like, whatever. I mean, it was like last night was okay. Last night I smelled some food, which is like not the best smell of the whatever it was cooking, but it wasn't bad though, and it definitely didn't make me cough and like get in my throat like the other night. So at least it was better. So hopefully that will continue, and it won't be like the first night, because first night was not great for that. But we made it through, and it's all. I'm still just so enjoying this whole trip so far, and we're only 2 days in, and not even 2 days, almost just about 2 days. We're closing in, but I'm going to try to squeeze what I can out of the rest of the stay in DCA, and then we'll continue it on tomorrow. We're back at. I almost feel like I should have done another day at DCA, because I still feel like I wanted to get more stuff going on, especially like even just spend a whole day in Avengers Campus. Like I guess maybe that would be like too much and get like the same experience like 5 times. But yeah, I mean at least like because it's something that I love so much. So I feel like to really get more out of it, like I have to come back another day. But we'll see if I know I'm going to come back eventually, but I just, on this trip, I'm not sure, like, because I have my itinerary for the rest of the week, and then we've got the convention, D23 Expo, which is Friday and Saturday. I didn't book Sunday. Actually, I didn't originally book Saturday, but then I ended up buying a ticket online like 2 days before the transfer. It's like where someone could transfer their pass, which probably not supposed to unless you're like family or close friends and you're like together going to the event together. But I just like, I did Friday because it was like it's going to be my first D23 ever that I've been to. And then I was like, after I like looked up like about it more, I didn't do too much research going. Then I looked up more about it, and then I found out that the big Marvel announcements, what I'm really interested in especially, is Saturday morning. It's like, and I did Friday, and there's still like good stuff. There's like some Pixar, there's like Disney animation panels and presentations on Friday still. So there's still some really cool stuff that I still very much want to check out. But Saturday is like the big Marvel day. And then when I went back, I tried to book it, and it was sold out. So I was like, But then I was going to just accept that. But then a few days before the transfer, where they stopped allowing people to transfer their passes over to another account, another person, I was just like, wait, because I got the notification like, oh, the passes, you have to transfer before this date, Saturday, whatever date was. And then I was like, oh, I could, like, I'm just going to check eBay and just like, I know it's probably like against the rules. Don't tell anyone, like, don't tell anyone. Like, I don't break the rules, but like, I don't like to break the rules. I like to do things the proper way, but just like, you know, I won't do it next time. I'll never do it again. Just be in line, but like, just don't tell anyone. I think it's going to be okay. I got both my passes. Person shipped it out to me, so I got the card, and then he transferred it over. So it's all in my account, so we're all good for both Friday and Saturday. So I'm really happy about that. I paid like almost twice as much for it for Saturday, but it's like, I really want to do it, and you know, for next time, like if I really enjoy it, then I want to come back probably the next year, or maybe not every single year, but we'll see how much I enjoy it. And if you know, especially because it's pricey, but if you subscribe, you can help me out, help me fund it. You know, you're not saying you have to cover the whole thing, but just like, you know, help me subscribe and like help boost me so I can get over 1,000 subscribers and get this channel really, and then I'll be pumping out content more for y'all. I really will, because I just need like motivation for it. Like I love to film, I like to record and stuff. The challenge for me so far with getting videos out is the editing process. It's like, it can be kind of grueling, and then my computer, it's just not optimized that great. I have an Alienware, but then I bought third-party RAM for it. It's Corsair Vengeance, I think, RAM, if y'all are into tech like that, like I am. But if not, it's okay. You can skip forward. But it was Corsair Vengeance RAM, and so I put it in, and it works fine. But then, like when I do a firmware update, like a BIOS update, it really like it's like it gets so unstable. The stability is just not there, and the reliability tanks. And I have to go in, and because what it does is it seems to like try to overclock it, but then it realizes, oh, it's not going to work, because it's not really overclocking, but it's running at the RAM speed that the RAM is capable of. But I guess the system is more limited, or like there's a limiter, or like a software limitation that Alienware that Dell put in it, which is like I'm not so happy about. And so it really makes me like, I thought Dell was going to be good. Alienware is a good brand, like one of the best PC brands if you're going to buy a pre-built. But then it's a gaming computer too. It's a 2080 super graphics card in it. And so otherwise the reliability is fine, but just having to change that, having to go back and tone down the RAM speed back down so that it'll run more stable. But even then, I notice, especially when I'm editing videos, it'll work smooth up to a certain point, and then just randomly at different points during the editing process, the whole thing just will like not respond. And then sometimes I lose a little bit of progress, and I've got to load back, and then I'm like 10 minutes of editing time I lost. So just very irritating, annoying to have to do that. And so I want to get like a better system going here. The system's not really that old. It's like 2 years old or 2.5 years old at this point. I got it when I moved 2.5 years ago, but it's just not really working with the RAM, and the RAM that it came with was really not that much, 8 gigabytes, but for gaming, for editing especially, I wanted to have more, so I got 64 gigabytes, a lot of RAM, but it's just not working. So I guess that's another thing, like if you're buying a computer, just be aware that like certain brands, like Alienware, evidently, in my experience at least, they, if you buy like third-party RAM and you want to upgrade the RAM, just be aware that depending on what you get, it maybe if you get a different brand or like a lower speed RAM, megahertz, like one that operates at a lower speed, then maybe it'll work more reliably and it'll be compatible. But from my experience, what I did, it's not cutting it. So yeah, if you all show me support, and I really appreciate it, and I'll be doing my best to get content out as much as I can and as quickly as possible. But it takes a lot of time, a real lot of time to edit these videos, and I'm trying to really get a flow going and a routine, a process going down, so that I don't have to spend so much time editing, because it's just so much time, and then have a more reliable setup, so I don't, like, every couple hours the program doesn't just cut out and doesn't just go kaput on me, and then I gotta go back. And yeah, so if you, yeah, just if y'all subscribe, give this video a like, and I really appreciate y'all watching and taking time out of your day. I hope y'all are doing just fine and doing wonderful tonight, and or whenever you're watching this video, and wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a good time and enjoying your life, and because that's what is really important. So, and staying safe out there, drinking enough water, drinking enough fluids, especially on hotter days, but even not hotter days, like just staying hydrated overall. Just because even I heard the 2 wonderful women that I met earlier, they were saying that like they witnessed like a couple of people like have heat exhaustion or like heat stroke almost, and like had to get medical attention. A paramedic came and like give them, like resuscitate them, like so yeah, just wanna stay hydrated, especially at the parks on a hot day, humid day even more so. But in any case, just stay hydrated no matter what kind of the weather is like. Stay hydrated. It's so important, because you don't want to, especially you want to enjoy the parks and not get all like dizzy and like headaches, and then you want to enjoy it. You want to be able to, without having all that stuff going on with your body. So I think if you stay more hydrated, then you can really take it in and enjoy the experience for all that it has to provide. So anyway, I've been talking for a while. I'm going to include all this. I'm going to try to not make so many cuts, and may make a little flub here or mistake, but I'm going to just kind of keep it going as much as can, and then only cut to the different experiences that I've been, and so I can show you a more like, what's the word I'm looking for, but it's just like a shorter clips of everything that I've done. Like, it's not, obviously not the entire day, like I didn't record nonstop, but like all the big points, and then like when I'm talking to you all about different things, I want to include all of that in one video, and then to make it easier for your viewing pleasure, and of course, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm just gonna be all out and say, like, yeah, put other videos, like clips of different things, and then one whole long vlog, make it all easier for viewing pleasure. And then also like to, just for promotion, like if you all like to share the video and share it with your friends, and if you enjoyed it, it's okay. If you don't, like, I totally respect that, and I still love you the same. Doesn't matter to me, and that, but it really does matter that if you would subscribe, it would really matter to me, and I really truly appreciate it. And there will be stuff in the future, and I will be doing giveaways at some point in the not too far future, and then a lot more experiences to come, and I can help anyone out who is wanting to come to the parks. Or there's a lot of other videos, there's a lot of other creators and content creators videos out there, but I just like my own experience. Like, at least I could say, like, this is something that I filmed, that I did. It's my own trip to the parks and experience at the parks. So Yeah, so we've been for almost 30 minutes now just talking to y'all. So we're gonna see what else we can knock out. The sun's pretty much almost entirely set. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy these last 3 or so hours, and yeah, I hope you all are enjoying it too, along with me. And you're welcome to come along for the ride. Stick with it, and yeah, I appreciate you all. And if you're going through a rough time, you'll get through it. Just believe that you'll get through it, and try to think positively, and because your attitude really helps too. If it can be tough sometimes to really feel that way when you're going through a real tough challenge experience, excuse me. But you will get through it, and it'll make it much better or less stressful for you if you just think as positively. Try not to get so stressed about it, and it can be hard though. I totally understand it because I've been there, done that plenty of times, but I've been trying to have a better outlook on life and to not, like, if something kind of like doesn't always go according to plan or go so well, like yesterday at Splash Mountain, losing my hat, and then my battery pack possibly likely fried, like my big battery pack likely totally fried. Thankfully I had 2 smaller backups, so it's good. At least I was wise to do that, and I would recommend that. But yeah, I mean, I'm still like totally happy. Like it's like it's okay. It happened. It was like a lesson learned, and for anyone who's watching, it's a warning. So like something that y'all can hopefully not do what I did, and then it won't happen. But you know what? It's not a big deal. It's a hat, $9 hat. Battery's more expensive, but it was about 5 years old anyway. And honestly, for a couple of years or so, sometimes I'd be putting in a charger. And it was the same brand charger too, and it would discharge. It would go down, not go up. So yeah, that's that wasn't exactly good. And I'd be trying to charge it up, and then it'd be actually taking charge out of it when I have it plugged in, supposedly charging. So yeah, it's just. So maybe it was a good thing. Like, at least this is like, okay, well now I'm gonna just buy a new battery. Just buy the. Oops, that's someone dropped their Thor hammer. I think it's tough enough. It's a plastic one, but it's a variant of the actual hammer. But yeah, sometimes the variants can be better than the actual thing, right? But technically everything's a variant, because if even the real thing, it's still just a variant of all the others, right? Like, they're all just variants of one another. There's no like one like main universe. I guess the what is it, 6? I forget the number now. There's 838 and 363, 636, something like that. And then there's like 838, which was in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, if y'all are up on that stuff. So yeah, I don't think that was a spoiler, because it's really just part of the like plot line, but not spoiling any details of it, of what happens in the movies. So if for all who haven't seen it and who are interested. Yeah, but this is just beautiful. Well, I'm going to wrap up this vlog. It's about 30 minutes already, and we're going to see what we can knock out. I'm not sure I want to do too much more filming. My storage in my phone is 256 gigabytes in my Pixel 6 Pro, but it's filling up. I'm like over 70-something%. Probably after this, since it's a longer segment, it's probably going to be like closer to like 80-something. So yeah, I'm going to have to kind of watch, like, just provide you a little shorter clips. So I hope you understand, and thank you for watching this long, because these are going to be some long videos. So that's why I also want to do the main one, and then also split it up into separate clips, separate videos as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I really, really appreciate you all. I just remembered, now that I'm walking, that I said that I was planning, at least, or I was going basically to go on Grizzly River Rapids, and I didn't. And it's cooling off, but I don't want to get wet. I know you don't usually get that wet on that ride, and nothing like Splash Mountain usually, but yeah, I really don't want to get wet. And then my battery packs, like, I think the other thing that I was thinking of too is if you get Ziploc bags, and or waterproof bags. I might have mentioned this earlier. Waterproof bags, and put your electronic stuff in there, so that even if your backpack gets wet, the fabric gets wet, at least the electronic stuff and the batteries, stuff in there, cables, whatever, electrical stuff that's sensitive to water will be protected and will be still dry even if you get totally soaked, even if your bag gets totally soaked. At least that would be. So that's the other thing. That, or also asking the cast member, the ride operator, if it's okay for you to just leave your bag off the ride while you ride it. So either one is a good option. But I guess I think probably the one with the plastic bag, just in case they say like, oh, sorry, we can't do that. That way you're like not, oh, I can't ride the ride, or like, just be prepared. So these are just all things that I'm learning and I'm passing on to y'all. If you're, maybe some of them are like, kind of like common sense, or it's like, I should have like known better, but sometimes you just overlook things, or you overthink things, or you just, you don't really catch on to things, and it doesn't mean that you're not like smart or wise about things. It looks like they got like this section, this boardwalk section, kind of closed off. I don't know if there's going to be like another performance or event or something, but yeah. Coming up to Pixar Pier here on the right side of the pier, My Silly Symphony Swings. And of course we have the, I don't really know if I really want to go on the swings. Been on them before, but as far as like a really notable attraction, I'm just feeling like I care more for like the bigger attractions, than, I mean, don't get me wrong, the other ones are still great for what they are, but like the ones that have the more theming and like the stories and stuff, more of that to it, I just like those better overall. I mean, I think probably most people do, or they are the more popular ones that take longer to wait through, but to ride, but it's just, I don't know, it's just, so not that it's not worth going on then, but I just, to me, I feel like to really get the value too, since it is kind of pricey to get a ticket for the parks, then I guess if you don't have a magic magic key, which is like the annual passes, which still have blackout dates, but if you don't have, I mean, if you have that, maybe it's worth it, but yeah, I mean, but I am full. Like I ate that big meal with the salad, main entree, salmon, really good. Like melting, I just love salmon. It's my favorite type of fish. And I'm pescatarian, so I eat fish, like pretty much all types of seafood. And I still eat dairy and still eat eggs. I just don't eat red meat or poultry or chicken. I guess, is chicken still technically poultry? Or, well, anyway, I'm just going to say it separately. When I think of poultry, I think of like turkey and like, I guess, I don't know if duck or lamb. Lamb's not poultry. Well, that lamb would be like red meat, I guess. Anyway, like I'm so not like in that arena of things. But if you are into meat, I expect that. I get it, and still love you all the same. You can still subscribe. I'm not like holding any reservations about anything. Like I totally accept people for who they are, and I respect that, and the different cultures, and whether you do something or you don't do something, or you take in part in this style or that style, it doesn't matter to me. I love you all the same, as it should be. People should respect each other and not judge each other based on like things that are trivial that really don't hurt or affect any other people's lives. So, I just got this wooden like door here behind me. There's a big door that says Pixar Pier on it. Got the coaster just going by overhead. Right by the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwinds. I've been on it like 3 times, I think, now in the past. I'm not going to go on it tonight, but it's all right. I'm just having a good time. I might go on Goofy's Fly School. I think maybe I should let the food settle a bit, but I think Goofy's Fly School is tame enough. It's not like Incredicoaster. It's tame enough to where I probably won't get kind of nauseous. I don't want to like knock on wood, but I don't want to call up Murphy. There's the coaster again. Yeah, but so I guess we'll just go back and I use the rest of them again. So yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's all right. I'm just totally enjoying this, and I hope you all are too. Yeah, I mean, if you have the funds and you're able to make it to the parks, I would say if and you've never been, I would say do it. It's worth the money, but it's also depending on what type of experiences you are into. So, like, if you're a big Marvel fan, or if you're a big Pixar fan, or whatever, like Star Wars, whatever, then just like if you're more into Star Wars and you're not as much the other stuff, I would say do main Disney. Like that would be like the focus. If you can only choose one and you're into that, then do whatever park has the more the experiences that are more based on that genre of the Disney, under the Disney catalog, whatever it is that you're more interested in, more into, do those experiences and prioritize those. And if you're also the kind of person that wants to just do everything, kind of like prioritize, say like, well, I'm going to really, this is what I have to do, like do that first. You know, that way, even if you don't make it to the other ones, you're like, at least I did the stuff that I was really, really interested in. You know, I didn't make the other stuff, but you know, so that's my recommendation, my suggestion on that. It's really nice Coco section. I know they had performance when I was here back in December. They had a really, like, I forget the name of the band, but the singer, that, like, they were all just, the musicians were just amazing. And you just really can't beat live music and live performances. And they had one in downtown, a couple of them in downtown Disney, and one at the bowling, what's it called? The lane. I'm blanking on it. But the bowling alley there, anyway, with the restaurant there with the bowling. Well, I guess I've just been talking so much, and like, let's just get on with it. You know, it's almost 40 minutes I've been talking like straight through, just about. So yeah, I'm not going to do too much more filming because I don't want to just totally wipe my storage out because there's a lot more. I do have a portable Samsung SSD, which I like to transfer all this stuff off so I can free up storage to do more recording in both the phone and my GoPro. So I'm gonna try to do that tonight before I go to bed, or at least while I'm sleeping. It'll be transferring. Probably take some time to transfer. It is SSD, so I haven't used it yet. So yeah, because it's just like a lot of management of these things. It's okay, and I love it. I do really love filming and vlogging, and you know, if you show me support, it really helps motivate me to keep on providing y'all more content. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. You know, all those things would really greatly help me out. And they're all free things to do. You don't have to pay not even a penny to do them. And you can leave a comment. A comment takes a little more than just like a second or two. But if you want, if you have feedback for me, if you have suggestions, if you just want to leave a comment, say hi, or comment on your own experience at the parks, or like whatever you want to share with me that you're comfortable sharing, and you have the time to share it, then by all means, feel free to leave comments down below. It's totally welcome. Whatever you have to say, just be respectful. You know, not just of me, but be respectful of each other too. You know, I know like some comment sections online, not YouTube and other sites and social medias, can be kind of volatile and erratic, to say the least. So just keep it respectful and kind, and be compassionate, and just, you know, whatever you have, you can share whatever you really want, but just keep it, you know, at least PG-13. Like, let's not get too out of because this is like, we're at Disney, and you know, not that I'm totally like denying all of that, the R-rated stuff. You know, I watch R-rated movies fairly often. I love horror movies, and they can be quite there, quite adult themes. But for this purpose, let's just keep it PG-13, and preferably even on my other videos, let's just try to keep everything, you know. And I try not to swear in the videos because I'm trying to not swear. I think it's just better overall if you just don't swear, and then you can have a better vocabulary, and actually a more colorful one. You know, you think more colorful, you think like swearing, but no, it's more colorful, meaning like you're talking about different things, and sometimes making up words, or like, you know, you get frustrated to say, oh, dingleberry, or oh, foo-ha, you know, or something, you know, but instead of like just saying, oh, you know. So yeah, so I'm right here by Goofy's Fly School. they did have a, oh, it looks like they do still have single rider. I'm gonna hit the restroom and then I'm gonna go ahead and do Goofy Splash. Hopefully my stomach will stay settled. And yeah, we'll keep on enjoying the time here. Closing in on the last 3 hours here. But yeah, we're gonna totally enjoy it. I'm gonna try to go on Guardians one more time. And of course World of Color here in 2 hours. So yeah, 2 hours. And I got my pass for the preferred viewing area. So yeah, if you want that, you do have to buy the full dinner, but you do get that pass. So depending on that, it may or may not be worth it. But yeah, I totally recommend Wine Country Trattoria. I mean, the sauce they use is like a dill pickle sauce, some kind of dill. Anyway, the sauce is like almost like tartar, but it's like even better. The flavor there is just really there. Combining that with the roasted tomatoes and the roasted potatoes, that's just so good. So I highly recommend that one. I forget the full name of it, but I can show it on the screen here. It's salmon something, but it has that. It has a sauce, roasted tomatoes, and it has like arugula or like, anyway, some of the green, it has some greens there that are salted and like a little vinaigrette on them, dressing. And then of course you have your house salad, which is, it's like a white bean salad. Very delicious as well, and the vinaigrette, it's a little strong on the vinegary, but definitely not as much as last night when we were at Cafe Orleans. That was just borderline, almost too vinegary with that dressing that they use. I mean, it was, I guess it was like pickled tomatoes and pickled cauliflower on that, but for the house-made hummus, the hummus was good, but and the bread. But the pickle and the pickled tomatoes for the most part were good, but the cauliflower, it just really came off too strong for me, honestly. I mean, it's still good. It still wasn't bad food, but yeah, today was just amazing, totally excellent. And I give my compliments to the chef, whoever the head chef or whoever made that, he or she, whoever it was, at the Wine Country Trattoria. Shout out to whoever that is, and shout out to Maria. She was my server. She was amazing. And they were all amazing, super helpful, and a little eager to take the plate away, and I wasn't totally finished it, but I understand because they had already brought out the entree, and I like ate a little more than half the salad, but I was still kind of hungry, and so I knew I was going to finish it, and I did. I cleaned my plates, all 3 plates, so you know, the salad, entree, and dessert, just totally wiped it clean. Almost barely left even a drop on the plates. It was that good. You know, so but yeah, I would. It's a little on the pricier side, but yeah, I would totally recommend it because you also get a choice of a non-alcoholic beverage. So I guess that makes me sound a little fancy. beverage. I probably just passed the restroom back there. I'm not by a little minute. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna just stop. I've just been walking kind of like blindly. I'm like, I guess I'm kind of on autopilot, just walking. There are people that just been like, yeah, I gotta pay attention to. It's another thing, just you're vlogging, just kind of be aware, be respectful while you're vlogging. Like, try not to what am I say, cramp the experience for other guests, you know, for your fellow guests, because some people are here for the very first time. It's the very first time experiencing an experience of performance or attraction. So I'm trying to give space, you know, to respect personal space and try to be safe, you know, here we're navigating through the parks. And that's what I'd recommend to everyone else, especially if you do want to vlog, which is totally fine. But just try to do it in a way that doesn't hamper other people's experience, other guests' experiences, so that everyone can enjoy it just as much as you do and get the full experience out of it and enjoyment, which is very important, you know, so that, you know, because people pay a lot of money to go here and they don't want to be hampered by someone who's getting in their way and like obnoxiously just vlogging. And I'm not saying there's people out there that totally do that. I mean, I know there are, but you know, and I think there's something about other YouTube, like certain YouTubers that I forget. I'm not going to say any names. I forget actually, but what particular YouTubers that are like, apparently they're like obnoxiously like getting in other people's way and like cutting in line and stuff. But yeah, I would totally not do that ever, and totally fully respect everyone around me as much as I can, and do the best I can, because yeah, that's really important to do that. And so I'd say that to anyone else who's watching if you want to vlog, or even if you don't want to vlog, just always be respectful and try to be safe and navigate safely, and just be aware of your surroundings. You know, it's kind of hard for me, like I'm vlogging, I'm trying to multitask, but all right, well, we found the restrooms right here in front of Grizzly River Rapids, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it and then head over to Goofy's Fly School and finish out the night here with a bang. I just love the experience earlier. Guardians and the monsters, like, oh, that was just so much fun.
It's way cooler up here.
Yo! That feels way better up here than in that line. Yo!
I get a nice breeze. I feel like it's more comfortable than it used to be years ago.
I know, me too.
You've been on it?
Yo, we're sliding around, guys. Hey, yo! Yo!
Oh, shoot. I was a little bumpy. You okay?
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!
Oh, no.
No!
All right, just did single rider for Goofy's Fly School. I remember when it was called Midtown Mania or Midtown Madness. It used to be called Midtown Madness years and years and years ago, before they did the re-theme of this area. So yeah, it's just the same ride. It's just like Goofy theme, and it's a fairly short ride. It only lasts like a couple minutes or so. Not the longest ride, and the single rider was just like wait like 3 minutes, and then I got on. Very short. So I'm not gonna go on a second time, but there's a little jerky in there, 2 or 3 parts, and then the brakes can be a little harsh, lurching at times. But just kind of gotta be prepared for that. Just the FYI, credit coasters are a fair bit smoother than that, except for a couple of moments in the credit coaster. Otherwise, yeah, it's just definitely a little more jerky than. Yeah, and then you got those turns there that are definitely much sharper turns than the hairpin turns. Credit coaster doesn't have turns quite like that. I mean, it has some good banks in there, but not you know. So it's a different animal, you know. With that lift hill, just you know, it's a fast lift hill. You get up there in a matter of like 10 seconds or less, and you're all the way up the top now. Yeah, a couple of good drops in there. Yeah, it's a fun ride. I like it. My stomach seems mostly still okay. So I think I'm good to go ahead and go on the credit coaster a second time. They've got like a Coco themed musical event, what there was an announcement about just before I went on Goofy's Fly School. That's about to happen in like a few minutes here, and I'm like debating, should I stay and, you know, in the sake of time, because we do have a little color coming up, and I would like to go back to the Avengers Campus, do that, maybe even Radiator Springs once more, not more than once more, but you know, we've done it 3 times already. Let's just say, single rider is pretty good. I'll have to give it credit. I'm really glad they have that, because otherwise you have to, like, for that attraction of Radiator Springs Racers and Web Slingers, you have to pay $15 extra. It's not as much as over at Main Disneyland for Rise of the Resistance, which is $20 just for one ride on it, for the Lightning Lane, individual Lightning Lane, so separate from Genie Plus. So you pay $20 for Genie Plus. It does not include Rise of the Resistance over there. One ride over in Disneyland here does not include Radiator Springs Racers or Web Slingers. Just keep that in mind, that you'll have to pay extra for those. But if you're by yourself, or you're splitting up, you're in a group, but you all are just going off different experiences, or you don't mind not necessarily sitting next to each other, then yeah, single rider is a great option to save a lot of time without having to spend more money on the Genie Plus or individual Lightning lanes. Definitely really helps, especially since both the attractions that have the individual Lightning lanes also have single riders. And Web Slingers, I think the last time I was here, Web Slingers did not have single rider. So now that they do, and there's a lot of people here squeezing by, I'm going to try to squeeze by here. All right, and then we'll make our way over to Credicoaster. I also, before I used the restroom earlier, I went ahead and booked a Lightning Lane for Toy Story Midway Mania. So I went on that earlier today, just in the standby queue. It was about 30 minutes, so a little less. And we'll do our Lightning Lane because there's no single rider. I don't think there is. I didn't see any. And that's at 8:40. It starts at 8:40, and I have an hour till, I think they're all an hour long. So once you have your time for it, your reserved time, come back at the start of that time or any time in between up until the end of the hour. So you're given an hour to go ahead and use it. I'm not exactly sure. I think someone said what happens if you don't use it, then you have to like wait 2 hours or something before you can even still book another Lightning Lane, or that you lose, or something like you lose the Lightning Lane for that attraction if you don't use it for the attraction. Oh, I've got the coaster behind me. Yeah, that was a good shot right there. It just went right behind my neck. Wrapped around the neck like a necklace. And there it is, just went above me. That's a fun one. We got the back of the... Oh, I said I was going to try and go on this, didn't I? Not so sure. I mean, I can always go on it because I didn't really mention much, but I am going to Oogie Boogie Bash. I did get in a ticket like under the wire because they sold out like a couple days after I got it in. And it's for the D23. It's exclusive Oogie Boogie Bash exclusively for attendees of D23. And so I went ahead and booked that on, and so you don't need to have multiple days, just any of the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Any of those days or all of those days or 2 of those days, and you can go ahead and you'll be eligible. I mean, when they have it, so it's way past that now, but once they have it again, if the process remains the same, then for that 1 day of exclusive Oogie Boogie Bash, which hopefully there'll be a few less people in the parks since it's exclusive to only attendees of the convention. That'd be not so crowded, perhaps. I just love the lighting here. Like, don't y'all just love these lights? It's just the lighting. They just nail the lighting. Disney does. They are really running this Incredicoaster. It's like every couple minutes, it's a coaster going by. Drop there behind me. And got the Pixar Pal Around. Yeah, some of those swinging ones, man, I definitely could unsettle my stomach there because you'd be swinging and you're like back and forth, even almost like the gondola. It's vertically oriented, and then it's like fully horizontal or even a tiny bit above a 90-degree angle that you go at times. So, and then there's no seatbelts in those things. I think they probably have like the bags just in case, if you need to go ahead and let things go, then there's a bag there. So, I can smell these hot dogs here from Angry Dogs. He's angry. It's like, you don't like to see me when I'm angry. Ah. I'm surprised the dog says slightly annoyed. Like, it's angry is way more than slightly annoyed. I know that from experience. So it doesn't exactly fit the description of the dog they got there. Doesn't fit the name of the stand. Not the best. It's kind of in the same department, but yeah, 2 completely different. Oh, very loud. Let's see. Just passing by Midway. Oh, they shut off the Mr. Potato Head animatronic here. They closed the curtain over it and they turned it off. That's interesting. I guess at a certain time they just close that out. And so, you know what? The ride is not even running. I'm just going to ask them because it's not running right now unless it's broken down or if it's still going to be running. I'm going to ask them because I did redeem but I reserved the Lightning Lane. Let me just ask. Might be opening up again, but we'll see. I reserved the lightning lane is for 8:40 to 9:40.
Yeah.
Is it just closed temporarily, or is it opening back up later?
It'll be open back up, but that one, if it comes time, it's gonna turn into a multiple experience ride, and you can use it at any ride except for the Cars ride and the Spider-Man ride.
Oh, okay, so they may not open it back up then, so it's like broken down.
At the moment, yeah, we don't have
Okay,
any
so there's
estimated
no
time.
ETA.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Okay,
it's
that's
just turning
okay.
into like a pass.
So if it's not open by the time 8:40, it'll turn into the other pass for, and it'll say I could just use it at anywhere then.
Except for the Cars ride and the Spider-Man ride.
Okay.
Only two you won't be able to use it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, so cast member there, she said the ride is down right now and they don't have an ETA for when it'll be back up and running. Because it did break down, which I think I did hear that can happen fairly often. It's another ride, Radiator Springs, and this ride that are some of the rides that kind of break down a little more frequently than some of the other rides. And web slingers, I think I heard a little bit about. Not too much about Guardians, though. I guess Guardians can too. But, of course, the rides that have more stuff going on would, of course, be more likely to have more problems. But I think they do a really good job of keeping them running, for the most part, quite reliably throughout the vast majority of the day. So I remember when I was here back in the summer, Incredicoaster went down. I think I rode it one time, and then it broke down right after that. And it was down for like half the day, I think. So some kind of major critical thing happened. But let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do Incredicoaster. We're just gonna do it one more time today. And then we do have Oogie Boogie Bash, which is on Saturday, and it starts at 3 o'clock. You can come here at 3, but the actual oh no, someone dropped their phone. I hope it's okay. Yeah, and then I'll just come back. So I'll do the panels, presentations, show floor stuff at D23 on Saturday, and then at around 3 o'clock or so, I'll be able to come here and get in and ride rides. And then at 6 o'clock is when the official Oogie Boogie. That's when regular guests of the park with a regular ticket have to go ahead and leave, and then it'll just be left to us attendees of D23 who also managed to purchase I'm very, very grateful that I was able to get in before they sold out. It was on for like a couple of days, but then all the Oogie Boogies for the entire this year sold completely out. So it's just clearly a very popular event. So they have like treat trails, what I've been seeing. At different spots, designated spots in the park, you go to and have a bag to give you a bunch of candy. So I'll be all up in that. Don't want to eat too much candy. I don't need more cavities. I have enough in my life so far. But
Jason, call Scott.
let's see. I don't see. Oh, it might be there. I'm gonna ask. I think last time there was a single rider, it was at the exit when people come off. Let me just ask again, because in case something's changed. I'll let y'all know. Hi, do you still have single rider for this?
On the bridge by the umbrella.
Oh, that's through the exit. Okay, thank you. And so it still is through the exit. It's true. Just wanted to confirm. I asked about Soarin', and they no longer do single rider now, so, because they do change things periodically, especially after the release of Genie Plus. Excuse me, I was almost going to say Disney Plus. Actually, I think Disney Plus Day is tomorrow. Today's the 7th, September 7th, 2023. Tomorrow's September 8th. And I believe tomorrow is Disney Plus Day, so we're going to have some like extra festivities at the main Disneyland park. Maybe here, but I'll be at main Disneyland. So, I guess there is a bit of a wait for the single rider. I think that's what this is. There's a bit of line here. So, which I'm assuming is single rider. I guess this is the single rider line. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the people online.
I was here yesterday and I just walked right on.
Oh, okay. really popular for this. I was on it earlier today. It's kind of bopped my head a bit, but I'm okay. Yeah, it's fun. It's just like a couple of spots where it's like.
Yeah, I don't usually like yell or scream on roller coasters. This one kind of got.
Use your force field.
Oh, the little one returns.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, are we stuck?
Sorry that got a little crazy. Babies can be unpredictable.
Yeah, Mom. Super babies.
Okay. Well, we just got off in Credit Coaster. We did the single rider. It was a bit of a wait for single rider because you have to go up in the elevator. They give you an actual physical paper pass. Go up in the elevator. Then you go walk across, go back down the elevator, and then you go ahead and get on. And interestingly, when I rode this time, it's a bit of a hard braking towards the end of the coaster, to the ride. And we were stuck for like 3 minutes. The music kept playing, and thankfully I went on it, and it happened after the sun went down. So that was really good. It's actually almost feels a little more humid this evening after the sun's down than earlier when the sun was up. I guess there's more moisture allowing to, rather than like evaporate, go up in the atmosphere, it's allowing to kind of like sit and settle down. It's definitely more humid because I am still sweating at least as much as earlier, if not more, even though the sun's completely down. So yeah, it's beautiful how everything is lit up at night. Like, that's just beautiful. It did kind of unsettle my stomach just a little bit. And I'm still kind of burping from it. Like, there she goes again. Or there he goes, I guess. It's baby Jack, right? Who's doing it. He's running the show on that one. Oh, and the other thing, the cookies. There's one part like halfway through the ride, and you're going. I think it's right after the first like lift or the second lift hill, like after the launch one, and then you go up the chain one, and then you go down, and on the way down there, smell little cookies. There's like Jack, he has like a cookie or something. He went into the cookie jar. That's a no-no. But it's okay, you know, one cookie won't hurt him. You know, of course, knowing Jack, he's gonna just eat the whole jar, and he might even eat the actual jar itself. I mean, these super babies, I'll tell you, you gotta really be careful. Like, it's enough just having a regular baby, a regular, just mortal human baby, but having a super baby, like, whew, I wouldn't want to have a super. Like, I'd like to have kids someday, but I hope they don't have superpowers like Jack, because, woo, I don't think I could handle that. Yeah, it's beautiful how everything's all lit up. Yeah, beautiful. I'm just gonna stop, get a photo, and I think I might go try Web Slingers again, single rider, and maybe wait Radiator Springs once more if it's still running. It's nighttime, it's a little different experience. But yeah, I got stuck for a bit there, but then we kept going. They made an announcement, I hardly hear it over the music. But then we kept on going. It really braked hard there. Like I rode on the first time today, it was smoother braking, and this time it was really alert. It kind of caught you off guard. It was all right, you know, it was fun still. I didn't bop my head this time. I was kind of trying to like lean a little bit around the banks. I was like kind of like leaning my head towards the opposite side or the bank direction of the bank, so that if it kind of like did a little bit, I would, you know, just jerk me a little bit. It wouldn't be like bang, you know, I'm centered and then I'm like right into the side with my ear. Practically popped my eardrum out. It's just like air pressure popping in my ear. That's what happened. Not too bad. I recovered after a couple minutes, but yeah, definitely felt it there earlier on. But I'm okay. And yeah, definitely really enjoy that. You know, you can see that tower that's lit up. I just love the lighting. They really do an amazing job at night. So they make sure you've got really cool experiences both in the day and at night. And at night you get all this awesome lighting. And it's cooler. A little breeze, but yeah, definitely humidity was maybe uptick a little from when the sun was out, which I guess kind of makes sense physically. Like, ooh, still burping. Yeah, it definitely caused me to burp more, which I guess is all right. That's good. Just want to let those burps out. So if it happens to y'all, don't hold in the burps, because I've kind of like held in before when I felt queasy, and then that just makes you want to, makes things want to go the direction that they really shouldn't. So that's not ideal. So yeah, don't hold back from burping. And the same thing with the other way. Just let it out, because it's better to let out some air than it is to let out something more. Okay, it's getting a little too much. So yeah, excuse all that. But yeah, I don't want to get too deep in that. Don't want to get too deep in that mess. Oh my! Oh yeah! Oh, this is beautiful. They got like a Halloween lighting theme up here. That's another thing. You come like different holiday times, and they have like different lights set up in the theme of what holiday it is. Christmas, whatever it is. Probably Valentine's Day. I don't know. Yeah, right here, Cars Land. Beautiful purple and orange lighting on this tree. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and see about Radiator Springs. It's 8:10. So 50 minutes. And we've got just had to take a moment there. Yeah. And 50 minutes, it's World of Color. And in 30 minutes, have our Lightning Lane reservation. I think I can knock out Radiator Springs, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to go over to Avengers Campus. We're going to have to choose. We'll either do Radiator, go over to Web Slingers, maybe Guardians, one of the three, but we can't do them all before World of Color. But World of Color, that's at 9, so we might be able to squeeze one, maybe two more attractions, like Web Slingers and Guardians in to wrap the night up. But yeah, coming down to the wire. So we're going to go ahead and hop on Radiator Springs if it's running still. Single rider. That's our fourth time. See if we can still get a winner this time. I want the green car though. Now 2 blues, 1 purple. Let's get green. Yeah, just look at the lighting behind me. The spooky face right there too. Oh, the cozy cone. It's just beautiful.
For your food done, they said 8:30.
And the cones are like evil, evil faces, spooky faces. Yeah. And we have Flo's Cafe over here. Yeah, that's beautiful. Like I just love the neon, like the 50s, like the neon style. I love that. And they have the trees, there's green lights in the tree here. They got trunk or treat instead of trick or treat. It's trunk. It's all car themed. I love that though. I'm not super into cars. I got Tesla. So I do like electric cars. It's definitely gotten me more into cars because it's a more technical asset. I like technology. So yeah, we're gonna go over Radiator Springs. See, ooh, they got a projector thing on. The eyes coming through the windows. That wasn't happening earlier. Yeah, so you come here at night, especially Cars Land, whole different experience. Got a really cool experience for that matter. All right, I just want to take a few photos here, and then we're gonna hop on Radiator Springs. And I think I almost got every attraction. I missed a couple with the GoPro because I forgot to start recording, hit the record button. But so far we're doing really good. I only missed a couple, trying to keep it in mind. Hit the record button, and I'm doing pretty good on battery still. Man, people throw a lot of change in this fountain. It's barely a fountain. All that change. I only exactly see the point of it, but oh, I guess they don't really need to change. It's fun to try and aim it and try to hit the top of the fountain, I guess. At the top of the rock.
Luigi, give our friend your best.
For you, my friend, only the best. Sit down. Oh, yes. What long time? Now you look like a real race car. Going up to the starting line.
It takes more than new tires to win a race. I'm your new crew chief.
I'll tell you when to pitch your hard. Get it into the groove. So pay attention. Yes, yes. Now you have the chance to make this the most glorious race of your life.
Just came off of Radiator Springs Racers for the 4th time today. Definitely a record. Although even the 2nd time was a record for me because I've only ever done it once. I think I've done it 2 times before today. That makes 6 now. And we did lose that race. So my first loss for today. I think we did really well. 3 out of 4. That's still pretty darn good. Still 75%. So we got a solid C for the day of races. Did really solid. Oh, this is just beautiful. So we're going to go ahead. I do have the lightning lane, which may or may not be actually active for Toy Story Midway Mania, because the attraction, I think I mentioned, it's down, or it was down. It was broken down. And they didn't know whether it was going to be back up. But she did say, Catherine did tell me, that not to worry if it's still down by the time the reservation time comes around. Then I will get a lightning lane I can use for any of them. I guess for any of the lightning lane attractions, I can just use it. I can just choose whatever one I want for that time. And so it's 8:40 to 9:40. It's the lightning lane time. But I'm definitely not going to be able to make it before World of Color, because when I was in line, I was just getting very close to the front of the single wire line for Radiator Springs. And I got a notification on my phone from the app, from the Disneyland app, that said that the reservation is open for World of Color. Excuse me. Now, it's probably referring to the virtual queue that I did earlier, and not the actual reservation, the pass that I got with the dining at Wine Country Trattoria. So, but either way, we're going to go ahead over there and just get up ready for that. And then once that's over, I think it's only like 10-15 minutes long. So it'll be over like 9:15 or so, 9:20, I guess. Then at that point, there will only be 40 minutes left, and then we can use the last lightning lane and then probably do one other attraction and finish out the night with that. So had such a great time today, and it's not quite over yet. And color is really great here. So yeah, we'll make it over. Take a picture. Make it over to the pier for World of Color. All right, so we made it to the viewing area. It's preferred dining viewing area. Just in this circle here. It's not sit down, it's just standing area. It's okay though. I'm fine, just fine with standing. Ooh, I got some nice colors on the wheel. It should be beginning here in just a few short minutes. So I cross, yeah, should be beginning in like 5-10 minutes or so. It's 9 o'clock, so I think they give like 5 minutes for people to show up. So probably about close to 10 minutes from now we'll actually get started. It'll be over by around 9:20 or so. And we still have about 40 minutes to ride, maybe 2 rides, but at least 1 more ride. And yeah, wrap things up. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoy this content.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, there it
In
is.
just a few minutes, the lights surrounding Paradise Bay will be dimmed.
Walt Disney presents
I wanna be where the people are. Wish I could be part of them. Under the sea, under the sea.
Just got through with World of Color, wonderful World of Color. It definitely is colorful, even when it's not going. They make sure of that. It's beautiful. That was a great show, and I loved it when Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow, came on there. I'm so glad that they still have him in there despite the lawsuits and the controversy over Johnny Depp. I'm really glad that they left that segment in there with him. So, and there was a pretty big cheer when he came on, multiple cheers, multiple times. So, yeah, I was really happy about that. I was like, oh, I hope he's still there. Sure enough, he is. So that's really awesome. And I side with Johnny. I really do. I think that, it's not always the case that it's like, there is trauma and there is terrible things that happen to women, and it's terrible the types of things that can happen. I don't want to really talk about that. We're trying to have fun, even finish out the night on a good note. But yeah, I mean, there's things, and yet it can go the other way just as much too. I mean, it's less likely, but it can very well go the other way. And so I think that in this case, that's what happened with Johnny Depp, that he got into a bad relationship and turned into quite a bad situation for him, unfortunately, and it was just a matter of getting into that, and I'm sure he didn't really know that that's where the relationship went, but to a dark place. It's unfortunate, but I'm glad that the lawsuit is over with, and I hope that that's really the end of it, and that his career can come back, and he can make a comeback, because I actually really favor him as an actor, and I think he's a great actor, you know, puts on such a great performance, and especially really getting into characters. I like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, live action Alice in Wonderland. He really did excellent in both movies, the first and the sequel, even though the sequel maybe wasn't quite as good as the original, but I still enjoyed both of them, and enjoyed his performances and the way he really gets in character, and with the costumes, like it just settles in, and it's just natural for him to get into all these kind of zany but just fantastical characters that you just don't get with any other actor, and to quite the same level that he gives, and putting on so many different personas. And so that's a really cool thing. And I think it's probably harder than it looks to be able to do that. So gotta give him a lot of credit. And I mean, who knows really what the truth is, because it's hard to, with the tabloids, everything that says in the media can be very twisted and can lead you kind of the wrong way. But so who really knows? But I personally side with Johnny, but I respect whoever's watching this. If you don't, then if you side with Amber, that's totally fine too. You know, I love you and respect you all the same. So we're gonna see if we can do one more attraction here. So there we go again. The video stopped recording, or I wasn't recording. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know how much it didn't record, but yeah, I was just saying about Captain Jack Sparrow, and just the role that Johnny Depp was playing in the cheers from World of Color when he came up there. I'm so glad they still included that. And oh, here we are, Avengers Campus. Let's see what we can knock out. We have, well, it's 9:35. I'm gonna see what's going on with the lightning lane. Maybe I can jump that in there real quick. And yeah, but it's the same situation here like happened last night with Haunted Mansion. I was like going by Indy, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do Indy. But then I decided to do Haunted Mansion because it's my favorite over there. And just like here, Guardians is my favorite. I do really like the web. Oh, web slingers. Yeah, I'm like kind of spacing it. I'm tired, okay? I'm tired. It was a long day. Got here not long after rope drop, so yeah, here we are. The web building, or web headquarters, I guess now that it is. And it used to be, I really love the lore, the backstory behind this building. Avengers Campus, and then this used to be the Stark Motors, Howard Stark. Love it. They used to actually make the cars in there. It was assembly line at some point back in like the 50s or so. That's just awesome. So what I'm thinking, let's do Guardians, especially since it's a bit of a different Guardians experience with the monsters. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I love how it looks at night. I just want to spend more time here at night. I did not spend enough time, but that's okay. We do have Saturday. I'll be dressing up. I'm not going to say dressing up as what or as who, but you'll find out. So subscribe. Stay tuned and you'll find out. These videos will be rolling out probably a week to 2 weeks after the record date, because yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. Got a whole set of experiences on my trip as a whole. Almost 2 weeks. Going to be down here in SoCal. And before I head on up back to my home area, up in NorCal, in the Bay Area. So, making our way over here. We're gonna hit up Guardians. Be our last one. This looks like it might be the line. Let me try to bring up my lightning lane again.
Allow it to see in the flesh my numerous acquisitions. Yes, in my collection. Each cage with automatic.
Yours. And the doors open toward you.
Here we go. Wow. Is that? Find you before you get eaten. Ha! Gotcha. Oh! What are you guys still doing here? Tour's over. The cages are open and the creatures are loose. You gotta get out of here. Wait. Don't get out of here. I could use a hand. My little pal Groot is lost in the fortress somewhere, and I need to find him before he gets ate. I found his tiny little heat signatures, see? All those other heat signatures are, well, don't worry about that. Listen up.
It is so dark. It's especially dark in here. I love it. When it's so dark. About to get on Guardians of the Galaxy. Monsters Unleashed. Ooh. Second time going on it. This time it's at night time and it's completely dark out. Be even darker. Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, and there's a third thing I'm forgetting. What is it? Oh, right. Scream really, really loud because we are using you as live bait. Okay, bye.
I can tell you, the scanty's still broken, so it's gonna be a rough ride. Remember, if you see a scary creature, scream real loud and look delicious. Major you! Watch your language! Well, that could have gone better.
We did it! Woo! That was even better than the first time I went on, actually. All of that flash at the top when it takes your picture, that was definitely is brighter than because you're on the sun also. So, yeah, that was really fun. And then the gantry lift operator, ooh, woo, she really had us going, too. I mean, she gave us a real scare right there at the end. Oh, I love it. That was so good. Oh, I guess that wraps the day up. It's 10:09, 10:10 right now. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of a walk around. I think there's still like shops and stuff that are open usually an hour after closing, so till 11. So you don't have to just get right out of here. Plus, I'd like to get some more pictures of the lighting and everything after dark. Oh, I love it. That was just so good. I almost like that one better than the original one, but they're both really good, like really awesome. But I guess a little spoiler alert, not really a spoiler, but right at the beginning, you don't really put your hands up. I guess you still can because it's like, but it's just malfunctioning. Like the raise your hands for security clearance thing is just, it's all like, it's glitching. I love that effect too. Just everything's all glitched out. The lighting, the sound is like. Although of course there's some sounds already because even in the other version, Rocket kind of makes everything glitch out, but it is really glitched out now. Okay, but I guess that's a wrap for today. Man, we really killed it again. We killed it last night and yesterday and again today. So I love this jacket. Really wish they had that jacket in men's, but it's just a women's jacket. Oh well. That was such a good time. I don't think I could have beat that. It's like once in a lifetime. I don't think I'll ever come close to really beating just how good it was today. I mean, I think I did about as good as anyone could, like, or anyone did, maybe. That was so epic. It was just, what can I say? Oh man, all right, well, have a good night, y'all. I'm gonna crash and hopefully get to bed a little earlier tonight. For one more day, one more full day at the parks, and then D23. Oh, what a week we've got. Good night, y'all. Stay safe out there. Take care. And I'll speak with y'all again soon.